Well, good afternoon. Thank you, Madam Striffler, for that kind introduction and for inviting me to speak before the Development Committee. It's a great honor to be with all of you today. I want to start by showing you, talking to you about what I've learned from my work in health and development. And it's a very positive story. It's one that has my wife and I totally committed to give our money to these causes. And so overall, my message today is quite simple, and that is that aid works. Over the years, I've seen amazing progress. There are many ways of measuring this progress, but my favorite is the chart I'll show you now. I think it's more beautiful than any piece of art or the European anthem. You name it. I think this speaks to what mankind's doing for mankind in a very strong way. And what it shows is that over the last 50 years, childhood deaths, that is the number of children under the age of 5 who die each year, has come down very dramatically. In 1960, it was over 20 million, and today it's about 8 million. And so that's a stunning accomplishment. A key reason that this has been achieved is the donor country generosity. That is, without foreign aid to buy vaccines, to improve farming productivity, to provide nutrition, without that, we simply wouldn't have achieved what you're seeing here. So European investments in global health and development is saving lives. It's treating and preventing disease. It's helping people lift themselves and their families out of poverty. And that's something to be proud of. As was mentioned, there's a lot of questions about development assistance. Particularly right now, with very tight budgets, many people wonder if Europe or others can afford to keep spending money on developing nations. Other people have never been convinced that money spent on development has an effect or that it achieves lasting results. And today I want to share with you concrete information about why I believe those concerns are wrong, and they do not stand up to scrutiny. I believe the aid that you support has a big impact, and especially now in these times, it's critical that you continue your leadership and show what we can achieve by working together and caring for each other. The European Union is a testament to cooperation itself, a membership union of peace, security, and economic prosperity. The European Union has shown global leadership through its generosity, saving millions and millions of these lives, and we should expect that to continue. One of the most amazing statistics is that the European Union as a whole, and of course this is counting country direct aid as well as aid at the Commission level, it accounts for the majority of all aid in the world. And so the decisions you make here not only have a huge effect on overall aid levels, I believe they're also catalytic, that if you are more generous, that will influence others to be the same. To the degree that you cut back, I feel certain that will allow others to do the same.
Goes very rapidly, and then we'll round off Mr. Yaman, then Mrs. Kohola.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Gates, for being here and sharing your experiences with us. You mentioned as a second criticism, increase health or growth of population, which has been mentioned to your actions. You correctly said that they are tied together. Well, you come from a country where health reform has been quite difficult to implement. I come from Romania, so we have this discussion, this public discussion ongoing in our country right now. So, in my opinion, those two policies should be consolidated and put together in order to have good results. We don't find the way at the European level to bring health competencies at the European level. Don't you think that we should consolidate these kind of policies at the European level? Would it be a big advantage from your point of view? Because we are quite in the same manner like the United States.
Thank you very much. Mrs. Kohala, the final speaker.
Thank you, Mr. Gates. My question is perhaps a very personal one. Many of us who have been traveling and working in developing countries are very touched about your message. What I like is that it's at the same time very practical and very caring.
It's true that we have to worry about human rights in these countries. There is a very positive track record that as you improve health, that improves incomes, and that as incomes go up, that both democratic norms and human rights improve. That doesn't mean we should simply focus on that. We can focus on human rights at the same time. In terms of the United Nations, I agree that those organizations are very important. Our closest partner in our health work is the World Health Organization. Clearly, starvation is not the thing that will cause bureaucracies to become brilliant and efficient. The UN agencies play very important roles. So how could we make them slightly more modern, slightly more efficient? I think that's an interesting discussion, because many of the assumptions when those were first built 30, 40 years ago, you might reassign some things and change. In terms of population, yeah, we were involved in new tools so women can do birth spacing. In terms of whether health things should be done at the European level, I'd be quite skeptical of that. The United States has no positive lessons in terms of controlling health costs. It's nice when the United States does something well. We run elite universities well, we fund basic research well. There's some stuff we do well, and then it's nice when the rest of the world sees that and can benefit from it. There's some things that, if we have any example at all, it's not a positive example, and healthcare efficiency is one such. In fact, I'd say that Europe, through a variety of techniques, has achieved far more efficient health systems than we have. And so, in that case, the learning should go the other way. I do think it would be very difficult to run something like that at the European level. The complexity, even at the country level, of something like the NHS is pretty mind-blowing. I hope the U.S. improves.
So thank you very much indeed for your visit. And let me add, Mr. Gates, that I believe that irrespective of the political colours in this House, the European Parliament will stand shoulder to shoulder with you in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you.